What is impeachment and how does it work? Let us try to understand the basics of impeachment. What does impeachment mean? The dictionary definition of impeachment is that it is a charge of misconduct made against the holder of a public office. Ito ay ukol sa diwastong pag-uugali ng isang pampublikong opisyal. The Supreme Court of the Philippines has also explained that impeachment is a constitutional process that takes place within the political departments of our government. The House of Representatives accuses, and the Senate, sitting as an impeachment court, decides. The next question is, what law provides for impeachment? Impeachment can be found in the 1987 Constitution, particularly Article 11 on accountability of public officers. Article 11 emphasizes that public office is a public trust and that public officers must at all times be accountable to the people. So, why do we have impeachment? Its primary purpose is for accountability. It is to prevent abuse of power and to maintain trust in government para may pananagutan ang mga opisyal sa taong bayan. Did you know that there are only a few impeachable officials provided in the 1987 Constitution? These officials are the President, the Vice President, the members of the Supreme Court, meaning the Chief Justice and the Associate Justices, members of the Constitutional Commissions, meaning the Chair and Commissioners of the Commission on Audit, Commission on Elections, and Civil Service Commission, and lastly, the Ombudsman. These are the impeachable officials in the Philippines. What are the impeachable offenses that may be filed against the impeachable officials? 1. Culpable violation of the Constitution. 2. Treason. 3. Bribery. 4. Graft and corruption. 5. Other high crimes. And 6. Betrayal of public trust. There are two basic steps in the impeachment process. Step 1 is initiation, and step 2 is the Senate trial. Now, depending on the mode of initiation, the House of Representatives would either determine whether the complaint is sufficient in form and substance, or if initiated by one third of all the House members, it may transmit the articles directly to the Senate without need of a hearing. And in the Senate trial, the Senate acts like a court and decides if the impeachable official should be removed from office. The Constitution provides for three ways to initiate an impeachment. 1. Filing of a verified complaint by any House member, or 2. Filing of a verified complaint by any citizen endorsed by a House member, or 3. Filing of a verified complaint or resolution of impeachment by one third of all the House members. The steps taken depends on the mode of initiation. So if the mode of initiation was through the filing of a verified complaint by any House member or through the filing of a verified complaint by any citizen endorsed by a House member, then the House members must first determine whether the complaint is sufficient in form and in substance before it gives notice to the parties involved to submit affidavits, documents, and evidence. Hearings may then be conducted to determine whether grounds for impeachment exist. The third mode of initiation is the filing of a verified complaint or resolution of impeachment by one third of all the House members. If this is the mode of initiation, then the House of Representatives can transmit the articles of impeachment to the Senate. Trial must then proceed forthwith. Being impeached does not mean the official is removed from office just yet. It simply means that the official will be charged with an impeachable offense. Removal from office is a decision that senators make after trial. The second step is the Senate trial. The Senate acts like a court and decides if the official is guilty of misconduct. The senators listen to the prosecution, composed of members from the House of Representatives, and the defense, then vote. If two-thirds of all senators vote guilty, the official is removed from office. The Constitution itself provides that judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than removal from office and disqualification to hold any office under the Republic of the Philippines, but the party convicted shall nevertheless be liable and subject to prosecution, trial, and punishment according to law. This means that the Senate, acting as an impeachment court, can only vote whether or not to remove the impeachable official and to disqualify such official from further holding any other office. However, after the impeachment, such official can still be charged in the regular courts of law, including the Sandigan Bayan. Let's take a look at some examples of impeachment in the Philippines. In the year 2000, then President Joseph Estrada was impeached by the House of Representatives for corruption and plunder. The trial at the Senate commenced, however, it stalled, which led to the EDSA 2 uprising. So technically, Joseph Estrada was impeached but was not officially removed from office through the Senate trial. In Estrada versus Desierto, the Supreme Court ruled that under the totality of circumstances, Joseph Estrada resigned from the presidency. Thereafter, a plunder case was filed against Estrada before the Sandigan Bayan. He was convicted in 2007. Then, in the same year, he was pardoned by former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, which restored his full civil and political rights, allowing him to run for mayor of the city of Manila. Another example is the impeachment and subsequent removal of Chief Justice Renato Corona. Chief Justice Corona was impeached by the House of Representatives in 2011 for failing to disclose his wealth. After trial, the Senate voted to remove him from office in 2012. He is the first official removed through impeachment in the Philippines. Let's take a look at historical examples in the history of the United States. Andrew Johnson was the first president ever impeached, but he was not removed. Similarly, President Bill Clinton was impeached by the House of Representatives for lying under oath. However, in 1999, the Senate voted not to remove him. So they were impeached but not removed from office. The key takeaway from this discussion on impeachment is best summarized in a Supreme Court decision in 2021, and I quote: Impeachment is thus designed to remove the impeachable officer from office, not punish him. It is purely political, and it is neither civil, criminal, nor administrative in nature. No legally actionable liability attaches to the public officer by a mere judgment of impeachment against him or her, and thus lies the necessity for a separate conviction for charges that must be properly filed with courts of law.